Hey, it's Liz from Thrice, and it is Web3 Wednesdays. And this week, we're going to talk about the metaverse. And what the heck is it anyway? A great place to start is a book recently written by a guy named Matthew Ball, where he explains really all the different pieces that make up the metaverse and how they've developed over the, literally last 100 years in terms of technology. He explains each of these in detail and really gives great references if you want to kind of nerd out. Then he goes on to talk about when we're going to actually have this metaverse and how it's really going to fundamentally change things. He gives an example, an explanation, which he calls a massively scaled, interoperable network of real-time 3D worlds that can be experienced synchronously and persistently, where you really feel your presence in the space. And he goes on to really explain what each of those means. But what I want us to do is think about this as how it compares to today's internet. And it doesn't really replace today's internet. It's kind of going to be built on top of it. And if you think about what is the internet, it is a network of networks. They work together, and it is massively scaled, and it is interoperable. There's only one internet. We all use the same one. But it's definitely not 3D. It's not really synchronous. So it doesn't have the elements of a metaverse. At the same time, a metaverse isn't massively scaled and not interoperable. You may have heard of Unity or Roblox, Sandbox, Decentraland. There are many metaverses out there. Of course, there's also Meta, the Facebook metaverse, and none of them really work together at all. And though a lot of people can use them, they're not really massively scaled. You can't all use them at the same time in the same exact space. So we have a long way to go, and the metaverse will be something that comes along, but it's going to take time. And it's evolving quickly. The other piece of it that has to evolve is the payment platforms that go along with it. A lot of times today in these metaverses, you can join them for free, and then you pay for using it, whether you're buying land or if you want to buy different things that you can play with in terms of gaming and whatnot inside these metaverses. You buy that and you use different coins or tokens. Sometimes it's NFTs, sometimes it's credit cards. It's not really all working yet together, but it's coming. And if you think about where we are in technology today, augmented reality and NFTs, both of those things, you don't need headsets. You're not really in a inside of a 3D world. It's not virtual reality, but AR and NFTs are things that are accessible to most people today, and they do enhance our existing world. If anyone's ever played Pokemon Go, that's a great example of augmented reality where you're running around a legitimate city that actually exists in the real world, but you're finding things that are augmenting that space. And today, we as people who are already adults and working and living using the internet, we're not natives to this space, but the generation Alpha, i.e. kids born after 2010, they are natives to this space. They're already there. They already understand what it's like to be in a metaverse, and they're going to continue to use tools, and the technology is going to continue to develop as they grow up so that they're going to have an expectation of being in the real world and being in a metaverse all the time. And eventually more of these places will work together. So, today they might be playing Roblox or Fortnite. Tomorrow they'll be playing something we've never even heard of yet. And then perhaps they're doing their grocery shopping there someday, far into the future. So again, I recommend highly this book by Matthew Ball called The Metaverse and How It Will Revolutionize Everything. And just start reading a little bit about the different metaverses that are out there. Don't worry about putting on a headset and, trying to run around in a 3D world. For a lot of people, we're not quite there yet. It makes us nauseous or seasick or the like. So, but it's coming, and it's something you should try to understand a little bit more. Hopefully that was helpful, and we will see you next week. Thanks.